Welcome guys, we have another game here. This time we have a guy that I don't think I've introduced to this cast before, and I'm really ashamed of it because we have Don Artie playing as the Delhi Sultanate this time. Don Artie is it's kind of like a legend in the RTS scene. Against his opponent, a mysterious player. It's so funny, like I really don't know if he's like legit Chinese or it's just like a Westerner that just puts random Chinese letters there. So I will never know. Anyway, he's playing as the Mongols. Welcome to George. George is a really funny name. How you call it? Like I don't know if I don't have the game in Spanish, but I don't know if this map will be called Jorge. That would be really funny. It's like, oh, and where are we playing? Oh, we're playing Jorge. We already know his opponent. It's into something. It's into something. He directly go to scout, and there you go. Barracks incoming. He's gonna tower rush. Potentially the berries. They are the, the most vulnerable resource. The other one is in the back, so you don't really need to go that far. Especially you will lose a lot of tempo. Like by the time your spear goes, your villager goes there, they already gather enough gold to age up. So just go to the berries, try to deny the food as much as possible. Because Delhi, it's a civilization that is really scary. And they can mass units a lot. They are pretty much one of the best units in Feudal Age, just because they have upgrades for free, they can get the sacred sites, they can put those scholars into the production buildings to actually increase their production speed, so they can have a huge army in Feudal Age too. Kind of very similar to what Ottoman have, but in a very different way. So look at that. The villager just, you know what, you need to go build a tower, but you know what, don't mind me if I take my own food. Can I take my own food? Yes sir, you can take your own food. You can take a big fat meat here. That just reminds me, yesterday I did something really strange. It is something common, but it's something really strange to me because I never cook. And I never cook because I know how bad I am at it. And my wife traveled, so now I have to, cook for myself these days. I don't want to eat delivery food all the time, so it's like, okay, let's just cook something. And I cook a sheep. Exactly like the one this guy was carrying. I was cooking a sheep, and it turned out to be really good. I used for the first time the air fryer, and I put like I put some herbs. I don't even know the name of those. Like I was smelling them. Smells good. Let's just put it some. And instead of putting salt, I confused the salt with sugar. That's how bad I am. And luckily for me, because my skills were so bad at cooking, when I turn on the air fryer, like you can see the timer there, but when it finished after like 26 minutes, I noticed that I didn't connect the fryer to the electricity. So in fact my meat was raw, and then I noticed like, oh, I actually put sugar here, not salt. And then I wash it and then just put the ingredients again. And let me tell you what, I'm extremely proud of myself. That sheep was amazing. Amazing meat. Like, this one was like premium sheep, like pretty much like the one you get in Age of Empires. But so, amazing. I just put some herbs, put it on the air fryer, salt, that's it. That's sorted. Now it looks like Don Artie will pull the villagers here. The Mongols, with only a couple of spearmen, I don't think he can hold it, but he has two villagers actually building the tower. But the tower looks like it's not gonna go up. It went down. Anyway, two villagers was a big investment for our Chinese player. And now, he's still stuck on H1. So it means he don't have the emplacements here, and potentially will get torch again, but looks like he managed to put some spearmen inside. A little bit greedy, trying to deny two resources, but nice attempt, nice attempt. except you're fighting against Don Artie. If you don't know Don Artie, he's very famous for doing an all-in. Try to snipe your landmarks. If he knows the game is already lost, it's like there's no way I can win this. I will just bring everyone and try to burn your landmarks. And guess what? Sometimes it works. And it's a really great guy. I put a link in the description where you can follow him on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. He also plays very peacefully. I'm surprised. Like, his decision making is really good, and he just plays like really slow, like compared to other players. But he just plays so good. Anyway, this Chinese player is not getting behind. It's already on H2. Let's see what's his plan now. Getting those eco upgrades, double broadaxe, specialized pick. Now getting that stable, we will see Keshik soon joining the party. Meanwhile, it's only archers for Don Artie. Gonna get that blacksmith early on just so that you can get those upgrades up and running. Potentially you want to get 2 of these blacksmiths just so that you can get all the upgrades as soon as possible. Personal vendetta here with the spearman and the wolf. And now the upgrades come. Gonna be +1 range attack, followed by +1 range defense. Obviously prioritizing those range upgrades first. Well, Sanctity, 35 seconds left. Probably thinking about positioning their scholars soon. Gotta be careful here not to take the scholars out and actually die by the tower. I don't think there's gonna be enough attack here to deal with that, although the outposts have extra damage, like 10 bow, so it could be. But those scholars are really tanky. They don't look like that. They really they're really buff. Let's take a look at the Mongol vision. Staying in his base. Not gonna be able to trade for now. He's not really interested in trading. Let's take a look here. Whoa. That's a very risky move, trading in this map like this. Now this is not the best distance, but it could be okay to get it up and running. Potentially you want to have it here on one of those corners and go to the opposite trade post. But this is gonna be very safe for him. Safer, at least. At least this part of the trade is gonna be safer. He's gonna get those Keshiks there just to try to find Don Artie. It's not gonna be on the gold. It's gonna be only food and wood. Let's change for income per minute to see where these guys stand. Military numbers for Don Artie increasing. Sacred site being captured in the middle, which is exactly what you want to steal. Just 3 spearmen here just to protect from those Keshiks. It's gonna have a good time. Now you can potentially, like, this is a wall that you could wall all this for the same price. And sometimes we see players like, you know what, I'm just gonna wall here, wall here, wall here, and at the same time you're starting to wall the whole map, which is a really good thing. You can start walling here, here, you know, using the wood lines, and you know, it can work for you. Maybe a little bit riskier, but I've seen some players doing it. Another tower coming here somewhere. Ah, there you go. It's just a defensive tower. And now the scholars. It's gonna be a pray to win situation. Not gonna be enough. We need more than praying. And now these aren't enough spearmen. Should be able to torch this down. The scholars will be able to heal those spearmen just so that he doesn't lose as many. And now the tower goes down. The berries are available for Don Artie to gather. At the same time, Keshik's already here. Gotta be careful not to lose the Keshik against that spearman. How many traders? 3 traders already. Does Don Artie know about the trade? Most likely not. So he's gonna be in a big surprise when it comes. Now let's take a look at how much gold they take. Only 35 gold, so it's not a big deal actually. In fact, these traders cost a lot to make. 60 wood, 60 gold. So you want to move that trade plus if you really want to have an efficient trade. It's just gonna be so hard, like because the Delhi has so much map control. You can see they're starting to wall here. Classic wolf's gonna follow the trader. Reminds me of like when I walk in a street and suddenly a random dog starts barking at you, start following. It's pretty much what happens to the traders here with those wolves. You need to deal with those because they eventually kill the trader. It's a slow but steady death if you don't kill them. And now more Keshiks coming from the Chinese player. Managed to took down that one. And he's gonna be able to decap the sacred site. I mean, not that it was captured anyway. Another wall here. It's just Delhi at its finest. It's finishing the walls. That's a good thing about the Delhi is that they can just, you know, oh, look at that beautiful Buddha. I love those colors. They can just wall without having villagers here, so technically their economy is better because there is no idle time there. Now more archery range, 3 archery range already, so it's gonna be a lot of archers here. Don Artie went for the Dome of Fate, so he doesn't really have that Tower of Victory bonus that usually makes a difference in these feudal fights. Those infantry will have extra 20% attack speed. At this point, he doesn't have it, so Keshiks try to go for a raid, but find the army here, and now they need to run. Move speed arrow gets called, so gonna be able to escape. Keshiks, instead of going for the villagers, they go directly to the spearman and die instantly. Sacred site victory approaching. +1 range armor coming for the Mongols. Don Artie already have his range armor. All the range upgrades. Couple of pastures here. Trade still up and running. And looks like Don Artie is just going to wall. You know what? Actually, not gonna wall one trade. I'm gonna wall the 2 trades that I see here. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough time for a Mongol to trade in this map. In Jorge. And Keshiks will try to burn this down, but Don Artie have a very big 70 army here. Oh my god. How much army you want? Say yes sir. Yes sir, that's how much. And most of it, and not most of it, but 12 of them are scholars, so the numbers are actually lower here. Should be like 50 something instead of 71, so don't get fooled by the numbers also, especially because those scholars are not really here healing those units, therefore there is no change in the outcome of the fight. Now the Keshik gonna find something. Keshiks wake up finally. It's like, okay, let's take one, and they're up for the run now. At the same time, archers. And I found some archers here on the west side of the map. Scholars. Just, you know, doing scholars things. Keshiks going for another raid in the map at the same time. Villagers going down in the berries. A lot of villagers going down. 6 already, 7, 8 at the same time. Villagers going down in the wood line. This archer mass is getting really scary. How many archers you need? And now Don already age up with the compound of the defender. Gonna get those village fortresses, allowing him to produce villagers from the keeps as soon as he's finished. It's gonna take a while though. It's gonna take like 5 minutes, I believe, something like that. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, plenty of time for Don Ardi to gather enough stone to get that first keep going. His opponent is hungry for blood. Already have those archers here. Should think about getting those upgrades soon. Gonna thinking about aging up. You don't want to fight against an army that is upgraded. The good thing for him is that those upgrades for the daily take some time to arrive. So still he has a window where he can cause some damage. And it really doesn't matter how much upgrades you have. If you don't have the economy to support your army, you cannot create units. So as long as you deny the resources, you should be able to be in a good spot. At the same time, Sacred Victory approaching for Don Ardi, doing a really good job with these walls. It's gonna be so annoying. And now the army will just find its way into the Mongol army here. Scholars gonna be garrison here. And now it looks like the sacred site's gonna be the capture, and another raid from the archers comes here. How many archers you have here? 35. It's not the whole mass. So if we see a knight or something here, it's gonna be very scary. But now the man-at-arms are already here. And these man-at-arms should be able to deal with most of the archers. And looks like the Mongol not really interested in aging up soon. Donard is starting to take relics. I already have one at home, one coming. And those man-at-arms are... Now, a lot of people think that, you know, usually daily with the man-at-arms like not really good. It's actually very good. I saw some people... I just saw a Reddit post like a guy who just went to conquer... changed from gold trade to conqueror in just doing a fast castle with daily with man-at-arms because nobody expects it. Like, it just works for him. Well, now that the Mongols is just fighting. It's not exactly the same case, but the Mongols are just fighting in a fight that they don't really want to take. And now he's forced to take it because it's like your army is here, and they're not gonna leave. And it's a great timing coming from Don Ardi, like getting those units out and just perfectly managing to age up. And looks like the Mongol won't be able to get alive from this one. The other part of the army is here. It's not really here, not there. I see 43 archers. Where are they? Are they inside? I think they're inside. Oh, there they are. Going for a counter-attack here. This is no man's land. And he taps out. Well played by these two guys. I put a link in the description where you can find Don Ardi. If you know who's the Chinese player, let me know. I see you in the next one.